If your product page's bounce rate is too high, then the last thing you need is more ad creatives. See, what usually happens is people test more ad creatives thinking that it's a traffic problem, but what ends up happening is that the more they increase their ad spend, the more money they lose because they aren't plugging the actual holes in their funnel. So, what's really cool is that I'm going to show you the most effective way to reduce your bounce rate. That way, you aren't wasting ad spend and budget. And what's even better is that you or your team will be able to do this in less than 10 minutes. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Cody Smith. I am a cold traffic strategist and conversion copywriter for 7 to 8 figure D2C health and wellness brands. And I've worked with brands spending upwards of 80K plus a month on their traffic. Now, here's the thing. A high bounce rate on your sales or product page can be detrimental to your CAC and your conversion rate, right? But what people don't tell you is that a simple fix with just the copy alone can make all the difference. So this is probably the funnel structure that you're using, the ad to the product detail page. It's the most common one out there, and that's the one that we're actually going to be using in the example today. But I want to say I don't typically recommend this type of funnel for cold traffic. And I actually have a video that shows you what kind of funnel that I think you should be building if you are trying to convert cold traffic, or I should say more specifically, trying to scale cold traffic. And I will stick that up here so you can check that out later. But for today, we are going to use this funnel since it's the most common one, okay? So in order to fix your bounce rate, there's really just 3 simple steps. The very first thing that you or your team will do is to identify your top performing ad. The second thing you will do is take a look at your PDP headline. Oops, there we go. And the third thing you'll do is rewrite that headline to match. Now keep this in mind. This right here is typically where the page falls apart, right? It is the headline. It's also the quickest and easiest thing to fix, right? And it's the fastest path to reducing your bounce rate, okay? So let me go ahead and show you an actual example of this so it makes more sense. Okay, now that you've identified your top performing ad, now we can look at the promise that the ad is making, right? So let's just hypothetically say that your highest performing ad, the promise that it makes is staying focused under pressure, right? Now, step 2 is that you need to go look at your product page headline and ask, does it match the ad's promise? Let's just say that it says the L-theanine supplement, your stress reducing partner. Does that really match the promise here of staying focused or under pressure? I would say no. So then step 3 would be to rewrite that headline so that it matches the promise, right? And here's an example of what that could look like. So it could be calm focus you can feel in 30 minutes or less. That promise matches the ad so much better than your stress reducing partner, L-theanine, right? So it's very subtle, but it can make all the difference in your bounce rates. Now, I realize that not everyone is a copywriter. You actually don't have to be a copywriter to do this. And your team, if they don't quite understand the nuance of message matching, that's also not a problem because I've created a foolproof, simple ChatGPT prompt that can do this for you in under 5 minutes. So if you want access to that prompt, then drop the word prompt below and I'll send it right to you.